Hello and welcome to No Longer a Henchman Story. Or, well, this is still Henchman Story, it's just that, I don't think we're a henchman anymore. I am just getting my, social media nonsense out there. I'm very prepared. And I also got jump scared a minute ago when I looked at the clock and it said, it was like 1:46 in the morning or something. As far as I can guess, when I rebooted over from Linux, it fucked up the clock somehow. Who knows? Not me. I never lost control. But, yeah. Happily, I have a can of seltzer. This one is passion fruit flavored, which ought to be interesting. Hello, Java. Hope you're well. Passion fruit tastes like what if you mixed blackberries with lemon? I mean, kinda. I don't know for sure if that's what... Obviously, that's not what they're doing. Passion fruit is its own fruit, but... Tries to set your BIOS to like universal time, continents time. Ultimate time control. And then your relationship sometimes it fails rage times there. Well, I have no idea what happened, but that could be what happened. Yeah, I don't actually know. I don't know anything about anything, but I do know that my nose is clogged up to the extreme for some reason. Don't know why that is. Him. I can breathe. Alright, good. Steam works. Yeah, I don't know anything about whatever you're saying. My brain doesn't work that way right now. I'm too sleepy. Where's Henchman Story? There it is. There's Henchman Story. Yeah, that also happens. Everything happens so much. And also, I'm probably gonna have to, capture the Henchman Story screen again. That's fine. It has certainly been. It has certainly been. And I promise y'all, I'm very awake. For real. That said, Henchman Story has been really fun. The characters are pretty charming. Everything has been screaming at me to go the villain route, but we seem to be going down a heroic route. I do not want oh gosh, I do not want wakies. I want to go back to sleep. I want to be a sleepy. I want to sleep for the next 26 hours. It's 30 seconds to midnight. I mean, 30 seconds to stream time. So, we're just gonna let that tick down. Oh man, Ease is very somber tonight. Very good. Good stuff. Okay, it is time to move over here It's time to bring you folks down here. And it's time for me to recapture Henchman Story. Let's see if I can get that done without, like, putting my fucking web browser up on stream or something. Where is it? Wide capture. Here it is. Play. There we go. Resize that a bit, and there we are. Okay, let's get our game loaded up. I'm pretty sure we were... Yeah, this one.
Anyway, let's recap the situation.
I saved on the perfect line! Hell yeah! I saved on the perfect line! I'm just looking at... one moment, Silverstar. I'm just looking at, like, I got 3 different ways of monitoring chat open. Like, there's Chatty, there's my, little Twitch chat thing in OBS, and there's Firebot. And it looks like all of them render that coffee cup emoji slightly different. In Chatty, it looks like a bowl of chili. And I didn't realize it was supposed to be coffee until I looked at the other 2. I'm just saying. Anyway. Recapping situation.
Scorpion Group's latest product, the Henchman mobile app, was rolled out to 22 low-grade supervillains since it went into beta this summer. The latest being Lord Bedlam.
Okay, 22. Okay.
Each of those supervillains engage in heists at server farms and data science facilities across the globe, just weeks after enrolling in the app. Bedlam was no exception, but when we intervened...
Bitchface Supreme showed up personally to get in the way.
That's a rather rude way to refer to her, but I'm not going to disagree.
Yes, Madam Scorpion countered in person. That told us 3 things. 1, there was more to this than an app. 2, whatever it was, she had to be close to her goal to show her hand like that. And 3, there was something special about Lord Bedlam.
I'm sorry, time out. Did you say there was something special about Lord Bedlam? The same Lord Bedlam that robbed a pet store last month.
That's exactly what I said, which is why Little Miss Super Spy over here decided to investigate in person.
Be nice if there were unified emojis. I don't know, I think part of the charm is that, like, there are so many different ways to draw the emoji concepts. So you get, like, people doing grade downs and ratings of the various emojis. I kind of love that.
After doing a little financial sleuthing, of course.
Now, it would be nice if I could, like, opt into a particular emoji server. Like, all of the AOL emojis, or all of the, like, Apple emojis, or whatever. But then people would start charging for subscriptions to an emoji service, and I would be forced to set fire to everything. Help. Ahem. People using emojis in their communication can end up using one that looks different. Yeah, that's really funny, actually. I know it's not funny to them, but it's really funny to me, so I consider it a plus. She gestured to some of the papers that are spread across the table. Receipts, tax information, all leading to Lord Bedlam.
That's how I knew he was building something. I just didn't know what or where. Luckily, Scorpion was using Henchman to reload his roster, and you know the rest.
Right. So she used him to build the world's largest, most evil custom PC in existence. She stole a bunch of data, and she's crowdsourcing henchmen. How is it all connected?
I wasn't sure either. Not until I was around her long enough to confirm something about her. Remember that important little detail I told you yesterday morning?
Yeah, like, over in Chatty, Theria's emoji there has a raised eyebrow and a neutral expression. Whereas in Firebot, it's got like an open mouth and looks vaguely affronted, with no raised eyebrow. So, like... Yeah, I wish I could, like, screenshot this little fucker for you, but, I can't. Shame. Anyway. Her powers.
Her powers?
Exactly. These are all tools that she can use in perfect harmony with her own superhuman abilities. Before I was able to see her operate up close, the idea of her cerebral superprocessing was just a theory. Most of her abilities were. She rarely steps into the limelight, and when she does, she leaves a smokescreen.
And a stench. But you're right. I've taken her on more than anyone, and I still can't nail down exactly what she's capable of.
Speaking of unclear facial expressions, Miss Dynamo, what the fuck are you trying to convey with that? You look like you've just been to the dentist, and your face is still numb.
Until last night, you mean?
Exactly. It may have been a simple game of spells and swords, but she couldn't resist the temptation to show her dominance, even if it tipped her hand.
I love that this RPG that we played in our time off is, like, a crucial plot point.
Maybe she thought it wouldn't matter as long as she killed you before you could act on it.
Possibly. She does like her opponents to know when they're beaten. In any event, when you take her power into account, things begin to make sense.
With a few taps on her keyboard, Victoria starts flipping through more images on the hologram of other villains and their lairs from across the world. Soon they all show up on a map.
The data that Lord Bedlam and the other villains in the Henchman beta program stole is on these servers on a private network, which she can connect to through...
The Hearts of Men! No, the app.
The Henchman app.
Bingo! Not only does it give her a mercenary army of henchmen to use at will, it also gives her direct access to her network at thousands of locations around the world. As long as a phone with Henchman installed is nearby, she can connect and put her cerebral superprocessing into overdrive. It'll be like she's a chess supercomputer on steroids. She'll be impossible to outmaneuver.
She's outsourcing her brain to the crowd? She's letting social media process things for her? Well, kind of. I mean, I assume she's just using the CPU. But at the same time, I like to imagine her crowdsourcing votes on what to do. And like 90% of them are walk into traffic or something.
Well, if we can't outsmart her, then we'll just have to overpower her.
I'm not sure that'll be an option either. If she can make her calculations fast enough... Well, we can't let it come to that. That's why the three of us are putting a stop to it tomorrow.
You mean the two of you are stopping it while I get you water bottles and orange slices, right? Look, I said I'd help, but this sounds nuts. And it's like I said when you asked why I became a henchman. I'm just a face in a crowd. There's nothing special about me that could help you guys out here. You could grab someone off the street instead, honestly. I don't see what I bring to the table here. If Scorpion's got all this going for her, what the hell can I do to help you stop her?
I'm getting to that, but you really need to stop selling yourself short.
We could sell ourselves long.
I know you don't like to stand out in a crowd, but you're not an interchangeable cog in a machine. The world is made of individuals. No one has your exact experience and personality.
I like being an interchangeable cog in a machine, though. Like, I really do. It's nice when I feel like I'm redundant.
There's no one in this world who can round out this team in the way that you can, especially because that's something that drives you, a penchant for teamwork. Honestly, that glimmer of selflessness is part of the reason you impressed me, and part of why you can help.
All right. So, what sort of help am I providing then?
Like I said, I'm getting to that.
Victoria clears the holographic display and brings up a map of the secret lair. It's not complete, but it's accurate. She probably made it while she was undercover.
If the escape hatch in the cafeteria isn't on any existing maps of the lair, then it's in her power's blind spot. That means she may not have found it yet.
A dot appears in the cafeteria's loading bay, followed by the word Alpha.
So, our Alpha team will enter there, but only after our Beta team has forcibly entered through a more visible entrance here.
A dot appears in the main chamber, marked as Beta.
Beta's goal is to destroy all the transports. What are they called again, Stan?
Bedlamcopters.
Seriously? Well, they can't be that dangerous if they're named after that dweeb.
But they can still fly, so we need to neutralize them to prevent any escapes. Luckily, their exit in the roof of the chamber is a perfect entryway for an airborne incursion.
I'm sorry, Miss Dynamo, why are you making the DreamWorks face at me? She has that, like, sideways smirky thing.
Beta team's job is to bust through that exit, destroy or disable the, Bedlam copters, and then engage the inevitable reinforcements. Meanwhile, Alpha team will covertly enter through the cafeteria and fight its way to the supercomputer chamber.
A swarm of red X's move from across the base to the main chamber, while a green line winds its way through the halls until it reaches the supercomputer.
Once there, Alpha team will upload a malware package to the supercomputer that should get the whole network stuck in a loop. At least, I hope. I just finished it last night, so testing hasn't been robust. But if it works, then it should give us a chance to incapacitate Madam Scorpion and escape.
That's what I like to hear. Only problem is, why is my team Beta team? I should be Alpha team this time. That's bullshit.
How do you know you're Beta team? I never said you were.
It's the Smash Shit team, and the other one is Sneaky Cybercode team. It's not hard to do the math.
Fine, you're right. Alpha team is Stan and I, and you're...
Just say Dynamo for God's sake.
Okay, you're just Dynamo then. But one other thing, and don't be mad.
Oh, did you have Alpha Team and Beta Team t-shirts printed?
If Scorpion shows up, you briefly engage, and then retreat.
What? Why?
Because until we take down that system, she's too dangerous. And she's fought you before. In fact, she's gone out of her way to fight you. It sets off alarm bells, like she's counting on your interference.
So what? I can take her. Even with that nanotech or whatever she's got pumped into her, she's not as strong as me.
And I'm sure she knows that, but she avoided me and attacked you at the data science lab anyway. Something's not right about it. Just promise to play it safe. Please?
I'm sensing a complete the mission or rescue Dynamo prompt later. Like, I'm feeling that. I'm not sure 100% if they're gonna do it, but I'm feeling it. And if it comes down to it, very likely I will go with complete the mission, but... I'm gonna be really tempted otherwise.
Don't give me the puppy look. Fine. I'll be careful, alright?
Good. Then that leaves Stan and I as Alpha team.
You know how to treat a guy.
You really know how to treat a guy. Will dinner be before or after the raid on the supervillain hideout?
Victoria suddenly tenses and shoots me a surprise look. Whoops, I forgot we were trying to keep this contained.
I mean, you know, what do you guys normally do after an operation? Like, is there a superhero bar you guys go to, or...
Who says you're invited, Sunshine? Though it would be pretty funny to drink you under the table.
Dynamo laughs, and I breathe out a sigh of relief as the clue whizzes over her head.
Well, that's all getting a little ahead of ourselves, isn't it? Anyway, that covers the high-level plan. If it goes smoothly, I'll handle the malware activation myself. But just in case, you'll both have backup drives. They'll be plug and play, but a little slower than if I hook in directly.
I love that, you know, plan A is just plug in malware at the source. Like, that's how you break a computer system. Why can't we just punch it? I want to punch the computer. I want to punch the computer so hard every other computer on the network explodes. Why can't that happen? I want to upload fist.exe. The computer could be repaired, it's better to fry her brain. Yeah. Fist.exe though.
Any questions?
Any reinforcements?
Do we have any reinforcements?
No, it's just us. We can't risk spooking her or giving away what we know. If this doesn't work, I can bring in the NWHA, but...
Better girl lines that helmet with tinfoil, if you know what I'm saying.
Planning and strategy aren't paranoia. I just have...
A system, I know.
Victoria shuts off the hologram and exhales, before gesturing to the papers scattered across the table. Great, she's too paranoid to bring in external help. That's gonna be so useful.
Anyway, I printed out some additional intel for you guys to take a look at. I need to tune up Kepler, but just holler if anything else comes up.
Homework? On printed paper? You're killing me, Victoria.
And if you're not prepared, Scorpion might actually kill you, so quit whining. We leave from here at 5:35 tomorrow morning, so we don't have much time. But if we work together and follow the plan, I know we'll succeed.
Not exactly the Gettysburg Address, but something about Victoria's words motivate me all the same, and while Dynamo continues to protest, I find myself gathering up a few sheets and getting to work. Maybe it's the very fact it's not a grand call to arms that I find so effective. I'm not being commanded into battle, I'm being talked to like an equal, even though I know I'm really not. The three of us split off to different corners of the apartment, and time flies as we set about preparing. Victoria works quietly on her suit, and I do my best to memorize her reports. Eventually, Miss Dynamo flies off. Obstinately, it's to go on patrol for a while to throw another red herring out there, but I don't think that fools Victoria. Based on how she shrugs it off, she probably expected it. When my eyes start to hurt from reading, I wash my uniform, stuff some cereal down my gullet, and practice more with the gauntlet Victoria gave me while she puts her suit through its paces. First, the weightlessness of the shield threw my brain for a loop, but I'm getting the hang of it now, much as I can get the hang of anything with all these butterflies in my stomach. Some of them are from what awaits me tomorrow. The rest are blue, white, and gold. Should I say anything? No, said I'd give her time, and I meant it. Tomorrow's important. Shouldn't distract her with something like that, but tomorrow's uncertain, too. What if I embarrass myself or mess things up, and the electricity of the moment is gone? What if we already lost it and I haven't realized it yet? What if...
Sam!
Jesus Christ!
I jump and nearly smack myself on the head with my shield as I turn to face the intruder, who turns out to be Victoria in full shining Nova regalia. I let out a sigh of relief and verbally deactivate my shield.
What's wrong? Having a painful flashback to the day we met?
Something like that. Sorry, I was spaced out. Is it dark outside? When did that happen?
Victoria's suit cracks open as she steps out. She wipes a lock of hair out of her eyes and stretches out her shoulder. The light catches the glint of sweat on her chin and that glint of whiskey in her eyes. I'm staring, I know, but this time I don't try to hide it.
Still early, but you must really be in orbit if you missed the sun setting. Is something on your mind?
I open my mouth to reply, but hesitate halfway there. No, that's too direct, isn't it? I shake my head and hold up the gauntlet.
Oh, you know, just this gift of yours. Still trying to get used to it and... who am I kidding?
I pull the gauntlet off and set it aside. Taking in a sharp breath, I turn to face Victoria. This time I don't stop myself.
Victoria,
Need a break? Good, me too. In fact, that's why I came to check on you.
Before I can respond, she grabs my hand and pulls me forward. Is she stepping back into the suit? Hold on.
Let's get a breath of fresh air.
Holy shit!
Suddenly, my feet leave the ground and we're rocketing upward. My eyes are forced closed as the cold night air whips across my face. And my stomach drops so fast it's as though it's been left behind entirely. Then, just when my heart feels like it can't beat any faster, the roar of the thrusters quiets and our pace slows. Until at last it feels we've come to a stop. I still don't feel anything beneath my legs. For a moment they flail in reflexive panic, but then a voice soothes my nerves and opens my eyes.
Just relax. I've got you. You okay?
Yeah, actually.
Oh good, a romantic night among the stars. And, above the city of Townsville, or wherever the hell we are.
Are you? You're looking, a little exposed.
Of course I am. I'm still in the driver's seat, and I just cracked the window a little.
So you've done this before.
Oh, hell no. This is a first.
It does seem a little risky for you.
Yeah, but I want to take risks with you.
I didn't notice we'd pulled so close. Our lips meet and all my senses are overwhelmed by that surge of electricity, even more potent than before. When at last we part, we don't need to speak. For a long moment we just hold close to each other, floating silently among the stars.
It's peaceful up here. With you.
While I take off the... No, I'm not going to take off the suit. That would probably get us killed.
It's beautiful, but it can't compare to you.
You cornball. Cut it out.
But I was just about to dust off my poetry skills. Oh, Victoria, I could compare thee to a twinkling star.
I could drop you. Right now.
Nah, you'd miss me too much. You'd catch me.
Yeah, I would. I promise. Just as long as you promise to hold on to me.
I will. Promise. Oh, Victoria, how shall I cling to thee? Let me count the ways.
Oh my god, shut up.
Still laughing, she leans in and I happily oblige. And so we drift through the starry sky, filling the clouds of lightning for who knows how long. I can't say I've been keeping track. I've lost all concern for time. But I know that from the moment she took my hand to the moment we at last drift to sleep, entwined together in her bed, it will be a night that lasts forever, for both of us. Aw. Okay, that works. At least we didn't fall asleep in the fucking cloud cover. Like, that would have been a really, 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 really terrible idea. Oh, started a romance. Cool. Issue 8, Into the Breach. Oh, now we've officially started a romance. That's great, actually.
Look at that! The ground didn't even crack. I told you I could do a stealth dive from that height.
Not bad, I admit. I was fully expecting the usual crater.
Well, one of us had to have a graceful landing, and it wasn't going to be you while you were carrying that cargo.
I'm a passenger, thank you very much. I bought a ticket and everything.
As Victoria sets me down, I straighten up to full height and dust myself off, trying to puff my chest out a little. It does nothing to remove the shit-eating grin on Dynamo's face.
If you think he looks like luggage now, you should have seen him the first time.
Gee, thanks for the backup. And for the record, I was perfectly composed up until that dive. Why did we have to do that from so high up anyway?
Best way to get in undetected. Fly high, dive fast, land quiet.
But ain't nothing gonna be quiet about this next part.
But it will be careful, right?
Yes, shining stick in the mud, I'll be careful. Frankly, I'm more worried about you. You're the one with the escort mission, and those are always the worst. You sure you don't need a minute to review?
Victoria tilts her helmet in my direction, and I swear the lights on her visor blink as if she's winking.
Nah, I think we're on the same page.
Okay, we are part of an escort mission now. We are the escortee. Shining Nova has a little, like, quest tracker that says, do not allow Stan to be squished. Good luck with that.
Oh yeah, same paragraph even.
Think we could get it down to the same sentence?
Depends on the wording, but I'm sure we could find one or two that we're in sync on.
What in the hell are you two nerds even talking about anymore?
Oh, just an inside joke. You know, from,
All the research we did last night. Lots of intel, lots of reading, verbs, adjectives, all sorts of interjections, boring stuff.
dead boring. You're lucky you snuck out early. You'd have hated it.
You know something? I don't doubt it. You two are so freaking weird.
This is going on right under her nose. Victoria and I share a glance, and I can practically see the playful grin lurking somewhere behind that helmet.
Well, whatever. If you're ready to get this party started, then so am I. Let's do this already.
Roger that. Go raise some hell.
When don't I? See you on the other side, sister.
And like that, Miss Dynamo is off. A black and blue blur is zigzagging her way through the forest, kicking leaves up in her wake. I have to bat a few away from my face. When we're both sure she's gone, Victoria and I share a look and immediately start laughing.
This isn't gonna stay a secret for very long, is it?
And whose fault is that? All sorts of interjections? God, you're the worst. Though, honestly, I don't care if it's a secret once this is over. At least where my friends are concerned.
Really? I thought there'd be a whole rule book. You know, a system.
Well, kind of. But we'll figure that out later. For now, the only secret you need to worry about is my name. So, just to make sure. In the field, I'm always Shining Nova. Got it?
Always. Miss Dynamo doesn't know what sex is. She'd kill her partner immediately. Yeah, like some guy texts "step on me" to her, and she goes through with it. And there's like a broken clavicle involved. Yeah, I could see that. I need a superhero name.
Yeah, sure. But I gotta get me one of those superhero names.
Not right now, though. We'd have to pause the whole mission to get you a new name tag.
She playfully pokes me in the chest, right in the middle of the name tag she gave me last night.
Is that gonna be a thing now? Like, am I gonna get a name tag if you start calling me by a pet name?
Yep. It'll be really embarrassing. You'll love it.
Oh no. Oh no. On the other hand, I think Shining Nova is fucking dialed into the infrastructure. Like, this line is, dead on.
Gotta get rid of all those name tags somehow, I guess.
Victoria walks past me. I feel a metal hand slap against my butt cheek, causing me to hop forward in surprise.
Come on, get that ass in gear.
Not to be outdone, I start after her and try to return the favor.
This isn't fair when you're in that thing.
That sounded like a fucking car door slamming.
Maybe not, but it's fun.
Now, with a sore butt cheek and a sore hand, I sigh in defeat and follow after her. The forest is as quiet as when we left it. No guards or automated security bots accost us. Not that Lord Bedlam can afford a robot army, but Madam Scorpion definitely can. I slammed my fingers on the caboose. Yeah, you wrecked your hand in the trunk. Either Nova was right and Scorpion didn't realize that we escaped this way, or she's extremely confident we're not a threat. So this could be a really good start, or a really bad one. Hard to say.
So, by the way, how will we know when Dynamo...
Yeah, it's her. A distant boom echoes across the wilderness, shaking the ground and causing flocks of birds to scatter in panic.
That's how. Come on, let's pick up the pace a little. I don't want to leave Dynamo exposed for too long.
Victoria starts moving at a jog, armor clanking with each step, and I follow. Before long, we reach the very same door we used to escape, still sealed from the inside, still unguarded. Without hesitation, Victoria focuses one of her suit's beam weapons on the entrance and activates it, quickly melting through the steel around the door until it falls forward with a thud.
Entrance is clear. Go ahead, I'll watch your back.
Just watch it, huh? A likely story.
Slowly, I start sliding toward the door. I make sure to face Victoria the whole time to keep my posterior protected, but this strategy only makes her laugh.
You know I'll tag that other cheek eventually. You can't keep this up the whole time.
Watch me. I can get through these halls backwards any day.
I point to my eyes and her visor to signal I'm watching her as I back through the entrance, where I immediately stumble on the lip of the doorway.
Didn't count. Still not in the halls yet, technically.
With an exasperated sigh, Victoria follows me through the breach, and we slip into the darkness together. I squint, trying to adjust to the lower light. Soon after that, I wrinkle my nose. Jesus, it's so musty in here. Is that new, or had I just gotten used to it? Add that to the reason quitting was the right call, I guess. We make our way through the loading dock and reach the door to the kitchen, but when we open it, it's hardly any brighter.
Should the kitchen be abandoned right now?
Not normally, but maybe they evacuated. The lair's never been invaded, so people could be panicking.
Slowly, I creep forward through the kitchen. Not that it does me a lot of good with the suit of mechanized armor that's clanking right behind me, but it's instinct, I suppose. When we reach the cafeteria, I'm surprised to find even that room is dark. Okay, either Miss Dynamo shut down the lair's power, or...
You fools!
I shield my eyes as the light turned on, while Shining Nova snaps to attention, weapons ready.
You've fallen right into my trap, you little shits. Like a lamb liver into a deep fryer. I knew I'd find you here. No one else could figure out how you escaped, but I knew. Chef Antonio always knows.
With all the swagger of a proper supervillain, Chef Antonio lumbers out from around the corner, just as a contingent of henchmen in aprons and hairnets rise from the tables they've been hiding behind. It was a trap! I didn't realize we had such a big kitchen staff, yet even with their numbers, it's a little hard to take them seriously when they're brandishing ladles and frying pans.
Figured you might have escaped this way before. I could tell that someone had been through my kitchen. The question was, would you be stupid enough to trespass through my domain not once, but twice? Twice? No one could be that stupid, could they? And yet, here you are, twice as stupid.
Oh no, you got us. Whatever will we do? If only we'd ran into Madam Scorpion instead. Then we might have stood a chance.
You should be so freaking lucky. The boss lady wanted the traitor alive, but I'd rather serve your head to her on a silver platter. So I decided to keep this little secret to myself.
We have silver platters? In this dump?
We have silver platters? Since when?
Of course we do! What are you implying? That I'm not classy enough for that, huh? I'll have you know that I was a Michigan star chef, you grease stain!
Shouldn't that be Michelin? Oh well.
I think you're just confused, man. You have to know that it's Michelin star, right?
Thank you.
Now what do you know? Michigan stars are just as good! Just as good!
Oh, are you drunk then? Alright.
Good job. Way to provoke him.
Don't be too impressed. It's not that hard. Plus, he hates me, remember?
Still, the others will be uncoordinated without orders. Just keep him busy and I'll handle the rest.
Keep him busy. I can do that. With an unintelligible battle cry, Chef Antonio charges forward. As Victoria takes off toward the kitchen staff, I unsheath my baton and raise my gauntlet. Here we go. Alright! Death battle! Us versus Chef Antonio. I ready myself as the villainous chef lumbers forward, picking up steam like a truck that's lost its brakes. Only now do I realize just how big the man is. A lot bigger than me, that's for sure, and some of that is definitely muscle. I sure bet he's stronger, too, and he's heading right for me.
Well, shit.
Alright, it worked for us against Shining Nova. It can work for us here. Dodge.
Nope, that's a whole freight train worth of nope.
As he closes the distance, the enraged chef lowers his shoulder. At the last possible second, I leap out of the way.
Hold still, damn it!
Frantically, I scramble to my feet as the big man skids to a halt. It takes a long time for him to stop completely. Christ. He had some real momentum there. If I held my ground, I'd have been flattened. Definitely the right call to get out of the way, but just avoiding him is only delaying the inevitable. I need to find a way to take him down.
I used to be a big deal, you know. The creme de la creme. King of the freaking castle. Then those good-for-nothing inspectors came along with their health code violation and risks to public health and safety. Well, you know what I have to say to that?
Baloney?
Bullshit, that's what! Bullshit upon bullshit, a whole mountain of bullshit. But I knew the truth. They were bought and paid for. They had to be. It was those sniveling little weasels and Mama Mozzarellas. They put them up to it. And the funny thing, one of those health inspectors, he looked an awful lot like you. I bet you're family, ain't you? I bet you were in on it.
You know, I want to deny that, but if you came up with that whole theory in the first place, then I don't think I've got much hope of convincing you otherwise. So hey, if it makes you feel better, it was me, Antonio. I'm the one behind it all. That health inspector, a clone from another dimension that I controlled with my mind. And Mama Mozzarella? Why, Mr. Giamatti, I am Mama Mozzarella.
This path was worth it for that line.
I knew it! I knew it was you this whole time!
At the very least, I can check convoluted identity reveal off the old bucket list before he reduces me to a chunky meat sauce. Man, what's wrong with me? I can't help but antagonize this guy. I probably deserve this beating, but I can't afford it, not now. I've got more important things to deal with. Somehow I've got to find a way to beat him. To do that, I need to neutralize his strength, and then I need to hit him with everything I've got. I need to... Oh... Let's get another save in, since I'm pretty sure we're on the right track. We need to surprise him. I think. Because I don't think physicality is really our strong suit. Yeah, my only chance is to catch him off guard. I need to use something in my toolbox he's not familiar with.
You know what? I don't need this to be.
I collapse my baton and stow it on my belt. Then make a show of raising my fists like an old-timey boxer.
Put him up, big man. Let's go.
Happy to, Pipsqueak. It's your funeral.
The chef grins maniacally, cracking his sizable knuckles as he confidently stomps forward.
You know what? You're right. So on second thought...
I activate my gauntlet's cannon and aim it right at Antonio's chest.
Ah, shit.
Fire 2 blasts for good measure, though they're non-lethal. They leave the chef's apron singed as he tumbles backwards.
You little shit. That's a bunch of below.
Surprise! You got knocked the hell out.
I like the way he hunches sideways right before he falls over. That was good.
Now I'm kinda hungry though, not gonna lie.
I catch my breath, Nova pulls in for a landing right beside me.
Hey, nice job. That guy was no pushover, and you handled him all on your own. I'm impressed.
We are getting a good grade in superheroics. Something that is totally normal to desire and possible to achieve.
Thanks. Wasn't easy though.
Never is. But if you stick with this whole hero thing, you'll figure that out.
So with my old rival vanquished, and his culinary kingdom covered in blast marks and unconscious kitchen staff, we head for the cafeteria's exit in the hallway beyond. With mechanical precision, Victoria raises her weapon and scans the hallway, checking first her left, then her right.
We're clear.
Oh, that was crisp. You know, if this superhero gig ever falls through, you could always star in some video games. Quick, tell me to stay frosty.
Alright, we're breaking up.
Wow, that was a whole 3 hours faster than usual. But on the plus side, I guess that means we were official?
The only thing official here is that you're officially getting left behind.
At that, Victoria hops into the air and starts flying forward. Slow enough to maintain control through the labyrinthian hallways, but fast enough to quickly leave me in the dust.
Hey, wait up! I'm Oscar Mike, I swear. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, come on!
That doesn't seem to help, but she only turns to wave a casual goodbye before turning down another hallway. In the exact wrong direction.
Other way, superstar.
A moment later, Nova reemerges, hovering sheepishly as she corrects her course.
I knew that. Obviously. That's how you know I was joking.
By now, I've managed to catch up, and Victoria turns off her thrusters, opting instead to jog beside me as I take a left turn. It's still weird hearing her normal voice from inside that thing, especially when she's embarrassed.
Don't worry, in the games you'll have a mini-map. For now, all you've got is me.
Okay, fine. Breakup rescinded.
Nice. Looks like all those years of memorizing the longest possible route to the bathroom have finally paid off. Who says slackers can't get girls?
Don't mistake correlation for causation here.
Really don't.
Seriously though, it's a big help. It would have taken forever to map this place out by hand, and satellite's a no-go. We'll be lucky if our radio's even...
Do you read, Alpha Team? Nova, pick up the damn call.
I'm here. Status?
The birds are grounded, but the queen bitch of the mountain put 2 and 2 together. You've got company headed your way. Don't worry though, she didn't go herself. I'll keep her occupied.
Not for too long.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Dynamo, promise me.
I promise. Just relax. It's me.
As Dynamo hangs up and Victoria shakes her head. Clearly, that's exactly what she's afraid of. I give her a knowing look and pick up the pace. We need to take advantage of the empty halls while we can. And for a time, we do. In fact, we make such good progress, I'm starting to feel a little optimistic until we round the corner and greeted by an all-too-familiar sound.
You fools!
I skid to a halt and reach for my baton, but I freeze when I take in just how many purple-clad subordinates accompany my former boss. That's at least 3 whole squads.
Did you think that you could gallivant through the very heart of my domain without I, the omnipotent Lord Bedlam, discovering your presence? Nothing escapes my eyes. Nothing! Much less treasonous scum like you, Christy. I never forget the face of a traitor.
Actually, I'm Stan. That's Christy.
I point to a woman who stands to Lord Bedlam's right. He whirls around in confusion before Christy offers a helpful wave.
Wait, I thought you were moved.
No, that's Moon.
I point to another henchman, and Lord Bedlam again starts to look around before quickly giving up.
Enough of this! It doesn't matter if your name is Dan, Spartacus, or much less Shiny Nova. You are a filthy treasonous! You have betrayed our cause, our family, and most importantly, me!
Yeah, I never wanted to do that.
And you, hero, you have been a thorn in my side for far too long.
We just met this week.
Far too long, I say. But that ends today on this hallowed ground, with fire in our bellies and villainy in our hearts. The light of your twinkling little star shall at last be extinguished.
Save the big speeches for spells and swords, Lord Lifespan. It was fun playing with you, but it's time to say hi to your long-lost brother. Unless, of course, you stand down. I know you think that being able to order all these people around makes you strong, but I'm gonna level with you. This still won't go your way. I mean, you can try, but it won't. Your call. I can't make it for you.
No, you can't, because I have already opened the contacts on my phone of destiny and blocked your number. And now, I shall complete the prophecy and delete you entirely.
Lord Bedlam, I love you. Like, how do you not love this guy? He's so bombastic. He is like bombastic uppercase proclamations in human form.
Attack my steadfast supporters! Attack with every weapon, fist, and crude insult you have!
At Lord Bedlam's command, my former co-workers rush forward. Some firing beam weapons, others brandishing their batons. Nova returns fire with her own weaponry, which immediately draws the bulk of their barrage. Maybe I should give her some support. Then again, this might give me an opening to counterattack. You know what? The one thing we have that's unique is our shield. Let's cover her. Now, I'm not the one packing the firepower here. My one little wrist cannon doesn't compare to Shining Nova's full arsenal. The best way to end this quickly is to give her the chance to unleash it.
Don't worry, Nova. I'm Bethany Britannica. Girl genius.
Soon as the words leave my mouth, the glowing blue shield emerges from my gauntlet. By the time it's fully materialized, I'm already sliding across the floor towards Shining Nova. I catch her glancing in my direction and nodding in approval out of the corner of my eye. Looks like we were thinking the same thing. As I skid to a halt in front of her, I rise to one knee and angle my shield toward the charging henchman, forming a one-man shield wall. Behind me, Nova crouches down with both arms raised. Both arms raised. Artwork? I hear a series of mechanisms lock into place as Nova reveals a whole armory's worth of weaponry. Seeing what's happened, the henchmen fire their weapons with renewed fervor. But what doesn't miss entirely collides harmlessly with my shield, leaving Nova free to take aim and brace herself completely unabated.
Just remember, this was your call.
With that, Nova unleashes a barrage of return fire, so all-encompassing. It changes the lighting in this whole damn hallway. By the time it dies down, the few henchmen that are left standing have dropped their weapons and decided to flee in terror.
Nice job. That was clean. You're getting the hang of this. You really are a girl genius.
Aw, that's the nicest thing she could say to me.
I still can't believe I have to say that every time.
Meanwhile, I notice at least one person hasn't fled, Lord Bedlam himself.
Where are you going, comrade? The battle has just begun! Get back here! Get back here and protect me! I mean, destroy this corrupt pawn of society!
Oh, I don't think they're coming back, buddy. It's down to you.
Yes, it is down to me. Just as it always has been. As it always shall be. I, Lord Bedlam, stand alone against this sickly, rotten society. I, Lord Bedlam, stand against you, an enforcer of unjust laws and unfair message-borne moderation. And I, Lord Bedlam, am the proud owner of a groinal defense cup. Yes, that's right, foul oppressor. Your devious stratagems can no longer affect me.
He learns from his mistakes. You gotta give him that.
In fact, with my newly fortified, locally sourced, and aggressively trademarked Chaos Armor, your inferior energy beam stands no hope of piercing my defenses.
Unfortunately, he's about to get face
Lord
punched.
Bedlam am...
Without a word, Nova casually fires a blast at one of Lord Bedlam's horn, spinning his helmet around backwards.
Ah, you coward! What have you done? Where are you? Coward! Heathen! Fiend! Someone get this thing turned around! Where's that new girl? Kara! Kylie! Katrina! Get this stupid thing turned around!
He really doesn't know, does he?
Not a clue. Come on, let's get out of here before he forgets that I'm a traitor and starts yelling for me next.
With our path cleared, Nova and I start forward down the hall, leaving Lord Bedlam wandering blindly in our wake. By the time he's out of earshot, there's nothing but empty hallway ahead of us. Guess that was the bulk of the reinforcements. Maybe now we're past them. We have a clear path to the supercomputer room.
Alpha team. Nova, come in. It's Dynamo.
I read you. What's wrong? Tell me you're not still engaged.
No, I'm not. I pulled out a minute ago.
Good. I take it that means she's headed our way?
Probably, but also, you should know I'm bleeding a little. I don't know how, but she actually cut me.
Oh.
What? Since when can she... Never mind. Just tell me you're okay.
Yeah, got it while I was retreating, actually. Something didn't feel right, and, well, if you hadn't told me to fall back, it could have been a lot worse. Just do me a favor and step on the accelerator a little. Throw Sunshine over your shoulder if you have to. She's not screwing around here.
Yeah, I figured she might be past the stage of playing with her food. I'll be careful, but you go get yourself patched up ASAP, and don't rush it. An EMT isn't exactly equipped for someone like you.
I hear myself gulp as Nova signs off. Nothing like someone who can shrug off mortar shells, telling you to be careful to make the old sphincter clench. Hopefully we have enough of a head start. Of course, as soon as that thought crosses my mind, a door opens right next to me. I let out a yelp and both Nova and I whirl around to find...
Phew! All this stress is really doing a number on me. Maybe I should...
Okay, hi Dave. Dynamo couldn't fit a single arm into an EMT door. You know, you're probably right. You try to put her into an ambulance and she's just like... The whole thing sinks down in the back. Alright, we're gonna deal with Dave. I don't want to hurt Dave. Dave stops dead. The locker room door is still open behind him.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Hey, Stan.
You remember Shining Nova, don't you?
What's up?
We've met briefly, yes.
Okay, cool. So, we kind of have places to be, but great seeing you. Really great. And if you want my opinion, it's probably all the baloney. You should try changing up your diet.
Stan, not now.
Right, yeah. Like I said, big hurry. Catch you later, though. You look great.
I turn to go, hoping he won't make his usual fuss.
Found you.
Damn it, I knew he... Wait. That didn't sound like Dave. That didn't sound like Dave at all.
Down now!
Just as I expected. You'll put up more of a fight in that turtle shell of yours, won't you?
With a groan, I try to peel myself off the floor. My uniform is coated in dust and I'm surrounded by debris. If Victoria had been so quick to scoop me up and dive into the locker room, I might be buried beneath the rubble. My eyes land on a shock of blonde hair sticking out from the rubble. Guess Dave wasn't so lucky. Not his fault. Scorpion slashed an entire wall to pieces. The locker room is now permanently adjoined to the hallway. Stepping through that giant hole where the door used to be is none other than Madame Scorpion herself. Cutting an imposing figure. Standing across from her, somehow even Shining Nova's armor seems small.
I'm not here just to put up a fight, Scorpion. I'm here to put you down.
Are you now? I find that hard to believe considering your tactics. Did you honestly think that petulant child had any chance of stalling me for more than a heartbeat?
They are so fucking related. Even the hair is the same. Like, that is my personal theory, is that Scorpion and Dynamo are related in some way.
And you actually brought dear Stanley along with you as well? It reeks of desperation. Don't tell me you and he are. My, you are desperate in every sense. I knew you had a penchant for broken toys, but not like that. Oh, honey, this explains so much.
You don't know anything about me or him. But go ahead. Keep calling me honey. See what smoking crater that lands you in.
Really? Must we continue to trade barbs like common costumed barbarians? Come now, you're better than that. We both are. See? Look. I'm deactivating my weapon.
Open fire! Open fire now!
Hmm? Like professionals?
Shoot her while she's unarmed!
What exactly do you think there is to chat about?
Besides how hopeless your little lost cause is, you mean? Well, there's the matter of what your cause actually is, for one. What about my pet project warrants such a swift
Don't answer
and
questions.
violent reprisal?
Remember, she feeds on information.
I take it by a pet project you're referring to the petabytes worth of private data you stole?
Is that the problem? My method of acquisition? Surely you're joking. The corporations that owned that data stole it in the first place. Or do you think I'd have been more justified if I made them tick a terms of service box first? Don't be so naive. You're smarter than that.
But those companies aren't plugging that data directly into their goddamn brain just to serve their own twisted ends. There are rules, regulations.
Yeah, but they usually ignore those rules and regulations. I mean, I'm not an idealist here.
Oh, please. In principle, that's exactly what they're doing. The only differences are that I can do so by myself instead of hiring a whole division, and I'm not masking my intentions. I'm much more honest, really. So why go through all this trouble? Especially when your odds of victory are dwindling so quickly. Even if by some miracle you succeeded, someone else will try the exact same thing. Just less elegantly.
Why? You mean aside from the wanton violence and senseless murder?
Well, there is that. But must we get hung up on technicalities?
I'm afraid we must.
Very well. In that case, I have a confession. Even if you decided to flee, I was going to kill you anyway.
Madam Scorpion burst forth with death in her eyes and a bloodthirsty grin on her face. Her blade drags behind her, melting a red-hot line in the ground as she streaks towards her prey like the trail of a missile. I hate when they do that. It shows no respect towards either the floor or the blade. Nova's left arm snaps up and she fires, forcing the supervillain to dodge by leaping to the side. Briefly, Scorpion runs along the rockers that ride the raw, because I'm Scooby-Doo now. Slicing them in two as she goes until Nova fires once more. This time she doesn't bother dodging. Instead she swings her sword to deflect the beam, sending it careening to the side as she pushes off the wall, and leaps right at Nova. I shield my eyes as the blast goes off. Damn it, is this how I go? As collateral damage? Now I gotta do something. But when I try to stand, my right leg doesn't cooperate. Looks like I didn't avoid all the rubble. Frantically, I work to free my leg, occasionally glancing back to the battle happening before me. Come on, nothing hurts, but I won't be any help at all if I can't move. They're locked in a deadly spiraling dance now, Nova firing and retreating with bursts from her jets, Scorpion pursuing with wide, vicious slashes. It's a narrow margin, but victorious just from maintaining her distance.
Can you feel it yet? The inevitability? You can't keep this up.
Oh, there's a cut-in. Nice.
Speak for yourself. I've got enough fuel to cross the Pacific. This isn't even a strain.
Not on your shell, little turtle. But you'll slip soon. And when you do, I'll crack it open and rip you apart from the inside.
Scorpion brings her sword down diagonally, and this time it nicks its shoulder pad, sending sparks flying.
That's better. I'm getting used to you already. I had to fight that oafish friend of yours 4 times before I could predict her exactly. But with this network...
2 more slashes, 2 more nicks, this time leaving scorch marks on Nova's chest plate and right thigh.
I only need a few minutes. And that's only because there's not much usable footage of you. You're careful. I respect it.
I don't want your respect. And I don't need footage or a supercomputer to predict you.
As Scorpion again closes the distances, Nova suddenly changes course, leaping right toward the supervillain. Caught off guard, Scorpion's horizontal slash misses high as Nova ducks under it, and Nova swings an armored fist right into the supervillain's gut.
You like to predict the outcome of a battle before it's over, and once you do, you talk.
Scorpion tries to bring her sword back around, but Nova stops the attack by swinging her forearm into the supervillain's wrist, then delivering a sharp elbow to Scorpion's temple.
And talk!
Nova spins, activating one of her thrusters and driving her foot right into Scorpion's solar plexus. The supervillain sent hurling across the room, crashing into the sinks. They crack on impact.
It's sloppy. Arrogant. And I'm shining Nova. You don't beat me with sloppy.
I free my leg just in time to see Nova unleash a multi-shot volley from both arm cannons. Except it isn't aimed at Scorpion, it goes over her head, where it ricochets off the mirror and flies towards her exposed back. The only problem is that Scorpion blocked it, without even looking. She just casually threw a sword over her shoulder and intercepted the blast with the flat of her blade. There's a lot of, L noises and R noises, and I'm starting to get them crossed up.
Right you are. That's why you beat the leader of the Hellhounds with that move 563 days ago in Chicago. Except that time, you bounced it off that unsightly sculpture.
She shot the bean! Good work!
Oh, don't be surprised. I said there wasn't much footage of you, not none. And now that you've shown me how you counterattack, time's up.
Suddenly, Scorpion spins and slashes through the sinks, cutting the pipes and filling the room with a cloud of steam. The roar of Nova's thrusters quickly drowns out the pipes, filling the room with heat and blowing away the steam. It's a clever move. Hard to appreciate it as I cough and sputter.
187 days.
A red blade cuts through what's left of the mist, and while Nova manages to turn in time to take most of the blow on her shoulder, she's still thrown back, sparks and bits of armor flying in her wake.
And before that, 254 days. Anytime you need to clear steam or smoke, I'd imagine. But not for your own sake. No, Stanley. This was for you. She can see just fine with that visor, but you can't. So all I had to do was faint towards you. Your lover's blood is on your hands. I want you to know that.
More arrogance. One coup hit, and you think this is over?
But isn't it?
The supervillain tilts her head in Nova's direction, licks her lips, and then rushes forward. The superhero tries to react, but the damaged suit moves slower than before. Scorpion flows right past its defenses and strikes. Nova sent flying toward the sinks as Scorpion was before, but higher and faster. She doesn't simply crash through the mirror, but the entire wall. As for me, I'm frozen, not because I don't want to help. I need to help, but how? The fight's been so fast and intense that just spectating has been tough, much less participating. But as Scorpion shoots me a predatory grin and stalks towards Nova, I realize I have to do something. I don't know if it'll work. Hell, it probably won't, but now's the time to try. Scorpion's half a room away, but she hasn't reached Nova yet. Maybe I can still get between them or attack her from behind. She's a lot faster than I am, though, so my new cannon may have a better chance. Oh. She doesn't know we have a wrist cannon. She'll probably block it, but that is an option. She may know we have a shield. But let's try the rushdown first. The image of Scorpion standing up Victoria the first time flashes into my head. No matter what she says, I made the right decision. I'll do it again. In fact, I'll do it again right now. I exhale as I unsheath my baton and ready myself. This might cost me everything, just like before. But I can't hesitate, and I don't. Before I even realize it, I'm charging right at Scorpion, weapon raised. She doesn't turn right away. For a second, I believe she can't hear me coming. And my hope swells as my baton swings down towards her skull. Until she catches my wrist without even looking at me.
That's how this would have ended before, in case you were wondering.
Alright, let's rewind. And we will, try the cannon? Yeah, better to stay at range. I don't have Victoria's mobility. I need to stay as far away as possible. Before cowardice gets the best of me, I raise my left hand, steady it with my right, and open fire. Maybe it was the adrenaline, but that might be the best shot I've ever made with anything. It's headed right for Scorpion's temple until she leans back at the last second and lets it whiz past ineffectually. She stops and turns in my direction. I hold my aim steady and start to shuffle backward. At least I got her attention.
You know, that wasn't bad. I think you cinched my hair. Congratulations, Stanley. You've won the honor of dying first.
Alright, and what about the, shield? I may not be able to keep up with Scorpion, but Shining Nova made this shield. If I can get between that sword and Nova, I can stop her. Without hesitating, I sprint forward, quickly spewing the activation code for my shield as I run. I can make it. She's not too far. I can make it. Madam Scorpion doesn't bother increasing her pace or even turning as I skid to a halt, turning my shield to face her. Only to find she's already spun past me. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the wrist cannon maneuver.
Congrats.
Yeah, I feel like you've made that threat a lot. What was it you said back then? Promises, promises.
With no more time for precision, I fire at will, letting blasts fly as quickly as my middle finger can let them. But I may as well be blindfolded. Scorpion bobs and weaves past each one of effortlessly, slowly stalking toward me. I start to backpedal, but it's only a matter of time. Crap. Cannon got her attention, but it's not gonna stop her. I have to change it up or she's gonna cut my head off. I need that. I still got my baton and my shield. Maybe it's time to get creative. You know, we've never done a dropkick. And the dropkick is the universal equalizer. Alright, time to pull out all the stops. I lower myself into a sprinting stance and spit to the side, even though there wasn't really anything in my mouth.
Well, guess it's time to go all out.
With determination in my heart, I take 2 strides forward and leap into the air, going completely horizontal as I kick my legs out toward Madame Scorpion's face. But ultimately hitting nothing but air. In fact, she just kind of walks to the side, not even quickly. I feel a lot more embarrassed if I didn't immediately crash to the ground and get the wind knocked out of me.
Oh, Stanley. You really should have just stuck to what you're best at.
She reaches down and grabs me by the collar, dragging me halfway to my feet. I have no regrets. The drop kick works 95% of the time, and that's like 100%.
Staying out of the way.
I don't get the chance to rectify my mistake. Before I can react, I'm flying through the air, tossed aside like so much garbage. I flail wildly trying to control my landing, but the impact drives the air from my lungs nonetheless, leaving me gasping for breath as I struggle to my knees.
Was that all you could muster? How disappointing. You fared much better against Shining Nova. While it's not a surprise to see you regress now that you keep her company, it still seems like such a waste.
It's really tempting to go back and push for the correct one, but I'm sticking with the dropkick. I pull myself up to my knees and raise my head to the sight of Scorpion stalking toward me once again. She's moving slower this time, step by step, savoring the moment before the kill.
But I was holding out hope for the impossible. I gave you plenty of opportunities to reach out and seize your potential, but you never did you? I suppose that's all you were ever meant to amount to. Wasted potential.
With each step, her sword draws nearer until at last her tip sends inches from my nose. I stare up the blade into Madame Scorpion's eyes, hoping for some hint of survival. Remorse, regret, anything, but there's none. No regard for my existence at all.
Then that makes this farewell, Stanley.
Yourself, you bitch. Now collapse into nothing. Shining barrage!
And you called me sloppy. 382 days ago, you... Wait. That's not...
I wasn't able to count the number of weapons that emerged from Shining Nova's armor before she fired them, much less keep track of the projectiles as they lit up the room in a blinding burst of destructive energy. I try to get to cover, but I barely make it a foot before I'm scooped up by a pair of metal arms.
Tuck your head and hang on.
When I get my bearings, we're back in the hallway, or what's left of it. The entire section behind us has collapsed. Luckily, Victoria got us out in time, along with a familiar but unconscious blonde henchman. As she sets me down and lets Dave's prone form drop to the floor, sparks fly from the gash in her suit's shoulder.
Damn it. You alright?
I pat myself down. Incredibly, I still seem to be intact. I'm not even bleeding. I glance down to Dave. He's got a few scrapes and his chest is rising and falling peacefully. I can't believe she was able to snag both of us.
Yeah, I'm good. What about you?
I think I'm okay. Kepler's just spazzing out a little. If I can disable the arm. There. That'll keep things from getting worse until I can make a field repair.
Her helmet swivels to get a lay of the land before falling on one of the nearby security cameras.
Is there somewhere nearby where you're certain there's no surveillance? Normally, I just disable the cameras, but with her, I don't want to risk it.
Right, on it. Let's see. Dorms are nearby. I know at least my room is clean. I triple-check that sucker annually. If we're here, then it should be this way. Come on.
Once again, we find ourselves navigating the endless twisting hallways of Lord Bedlam's fortress, moving carefully to avoid any patrols that could be lurking around. While Nova could still probably take out any henchmen that get in our way, it's not worth the risk of causing even more damage in the process. We need to get her patched up ASAP. As we move, it occurs to me that this will be the last time I wander these halls. The last time where I use an old grease stain as a landmark while figuring out which direction I need to turn next. Honestly, I won't miss it.
Okay, we should be getting close. If we make a right up here, then...
I start to round the corner but freeze. There's a squad of henchmen just up ahead. Quickly, I backpedal until I'm out of sight and motion for Victoria to stop.
Cards? Were you spotted?
No, I don't think so.
Cautiously, I poke my head back around the corner. I don't recognize any of their faces. No, wait. These guys all came in on the same day as Victoria. They're gig henchmen from the Henchcan app.
Can we avoid them?
Not easily. We'd waste 20 minutes looping around. But I might be able to get rid of them. These are new guys, so they may not know my face.
Alright, give it a shot. I'll cover you.
I nod and take a deep breath to prepare myself, then run around the corner, yelling and flailing my arms about like a maniac.
Hey! Hey, you guys!
The henchmen turn in my direction. None of them go for their weapons. It looks like they don't recognize me after all. Now I just need to get them to leave.
There's free cupcakes in the East break room! There was a birthday today, but since the intrusion interrupted the morning announcements, no one knows about it. Hurry, grab as many as you can!
The other henchmen all glance at each other suspiciously and then promptly bolt in the other direction, shoving and jockeying for position. I know damn well what these people appreciate. And it isn't the lives of their bosses.
I can't believe that worked.
Really? You just saw our cafeteria this morning.
Okay, that's fair. Good thinking. Now let's... Damn it.
I rush up to Victoria as she doubles over, doing my best to prop her up despite her heavy armor.
What happened? Are you hurt?
No. Well, nothing serious. I'll be better if I can get out of this thing soon, though. How far away are we?
Not far. Hang on.
I place a guiding hand on Nova's undamaged shoulder and start leading her to the direction of my room. The door to my room slides open and I let out a sigh of relief. My old code still works, thank goodness. Looks like someone forgot to report my betrayal to HR. Once Shining Nova and I are both inside, I close the door behind us and engage the locking mechanism. Mostly for my own peace of mind, not like it would stop Madame Scorpion if she knew we were here.
Okay, we should be good.
Turn to Nova in time to see her finish her own sweep of the room, which I honestly expected. No matter how thorough my own checks were, I don't have a high-tech visor with 18 different types of vision.
Yeah, checks out. Good thinking.
With our privacy assured, she turns her attention to her damaged suit, prodding at the mauled shoulder plate with her working arm.
Not as bad as I feared. Made it a little worse with that last move, but I can patch it up.
That's good. I won't lie, I was a little worried you were going to take us all out with that stunt. What did you call it? The Shining Eat Shit and Die attack?
Yeah, that's the upgraded version. As I speak, the Shining Nova suit opens and Victoria steps out. Taking a moment to roll out her shoulder and wipe the sweat from her brow, she laughs and shakes her head.
Oh, that? The Shining Barrage?
Yeah, that one. I've got to admit, I didn't peg you for the type to call out your big attacks like that. Doesn't seem very tactical to tell your enemy what you're doing.
Yeah, but it is cool.
You're right. It wouldn't be. If it were actually what I was doing at all. See, sometimes when I know there's someone filming, I'll just make up a special move on the spot and never use it again.
God damn, she planned for everything.
Then, when I'm up against a supervillain who does their homework, I'll call out the same name, but do something completely different. It's a perfect counter for someone like Scorpion.
That's fucking smart.
Shit, you really are underhanded for a superhero. But why didn't you bust it out earlier?
Because it was only going to work once. She won't take the bait if I try it again.
As she speaks, she opens up a compartment on the inside of the Nova suit and pulls out a set of tools. Picking out the correct one, she looks around for a spot to set the other implements aside.
Just put them on the TV stand?
You mean the cardboard box?
Yes, I'm glad you noticed the reclaimed cardboard. I like to use repurposed materials in my interior design while maintaining a minimalist, evil aesthetic. I call it boho villain chic.
Oh, very stylish. I'm honored that I was finally able to get a look at it, even if the circumstances aren't ideal.
Well, we already slept at your place. It's only fair that I show you mine.
Oh, is that why you picked the dorms? You wanted to show off your fashionable bachelor pad? Impress me with all the dirty clothes you left on the floor.
Obviously, I can read between the lines. I know what field repair means. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
Please don't quote Monty Python in a sexy way. Like, that's the opposite of good.
Okay, ease off the throttle there, stud. Field repair just means field repair. Speaking of, can you hold this arm steady for me?
I nod and grab hold of the Nova Suit's damaged arm while Victoria gets started on the repairs. For a time, she works with concentration, slowly bending the damage, but after a minute...
Hope this is worth it.
Huh? Where'd that come from?
I don't know, it's just... This is cutting it close. Dynamo's hurt, he nearly got killed, and what she said, she's not entirely wrong. People like Scorpion are symptoms, not the root cause. Someone else will try what she's doing, or at least something like it. It's inevitable. They might even succeed.
Yeah, but in this specific case, it won't, so... I guess you gotta do what you can.
It was selfish of me to ask you to help, to ask you to risk your life for this. I'm sorry.
I'm saving before I rejoice for never...
Screw that and screw her. I'm fine, Dynamo's fine, you're fine, and who cares what she said? Even she doesn't believe the words that come out of her mouth. They're just meant to get under your skin. You can't let them.
Yeah, you're right. There's no point in counting the bullet holes in our armor until the mission's complete. For now, we just need to patch ourselves up and focus on the objective.
Yeah, if Madame Scorpion were actually sincere about anything, ever, I might be willing to concede that she has points. But she has never once come off like anything she says is actually meant to convey information. It's all emotional manipulation. And if she's not willing to be sincere about at least one fucking thing in her life, then there's nothing there to count on.
And kick her ass?
And kick her ass.
She smiles and leans in. Our lips meet to the jolt of that now familiar spark. And when her eyes next open, there's a new reinvigorated energy to them. I feel it too, like I'm recharged.
Anytime.
Man, it's weird that kissing works like it does in, like fucking Kirby games. You make out for a minute with your partner and you like restore your energy to full. Yeah, thank you. I was trying to think of a fighting game where you could kiss your opponent. And I mean, I guess Rogue in, like, Marvel vs. Street, but... Anyway. Reassured, Victoria turns to her repair and occasionally asks me to hold something, otherwise working in diligent silence. A few minutes later, she stows away the last of her tools and sighs in relief.
There, I think that'll do it. Stand back.
Mobility's good.
Mobility's...
Energy level's nominal. I want to go as far as saying all systems are green, but that'll hold. Won't you, baby? Alright, let's finish this. Lead the way.
Sweep in with broad statements, keep in with high pressure. Yeah, like... Nothing she says is trustworthy. She just makes promises and calls you names. We're making good time as we enter the research wing. The reporters to Victoria's suits are holding up, and I benefited from the breather, though I still wouldn't say we're at 100%. There's a decided lack of banter from both of us, and it only gets quieter the closer we get to our destination. We're both waiting for the same thing, or rather the same person. Neither of us believes Madame Scorpion is down for the count. The longer we go without running into her, the more I'm worried about what she has planned. An ambush, surely. But when? And yet, even after we reach that final hallway, my hallway, there's nothing. No ambush, only a handful of guards that Victoria easily disposes of. As we at last get sight of door number 1385, we pause.
Is it better or worse that she hasn't attacked us yet?
No point in speculating, but when we open that door, I expect her to be there waiting for us.
Victoria takes a deep breath and starts marching forward with heavy, determined steps. Visor locked on our destination. I follow suit, matching her pace. Can't she do like a heat scan or something? No, there's a computer in there. Never mind.
Remember, our target is the network. As soon as you see an opening, go for the mainframe and I'll keep her occupied. If the situation's still under control by then, just shut down the network when the prompt appears. But if she's giving us trouble, activate a feedback loop instead. That'll dump more data than she can process into her brain in one massive surge. That should give me the opening I need to subdue her.
Cool, yeah. Trauma dump into her brain. That'll work.
It'll be excruciating for her, at least in theory, so I'd rather avoid it if I can. But it won't cause any lasting damage, so if things are looking dicey, don't hesitate. Got it?
It'll be excruciating for... Then I'm gonna do it if I get the chance.
Got it. Just plug, play, and press when prompted. No problem.
A few steps later, there we stand, staring at door number 1385. Door I've seen 1,000 times before. Somehow looks different. Sturdier.
I know what you're thinking. Don't. You're walking back out through that door, Stan.
She turns to face me, and for a moment I feel like I can see her eyes behind the helmet. Before I feel like I can see her eyes behind the helmet. Not like I feel like I can see her eyes beneath the helmet. They shouldn't be down there.
We both are. Together.
Even if I have to carry you. Suit and all.
I'd love to see that. But seriously, just leave the suit if it comes down to it. I can make another.
And miss showing off? No way.
Together we take in this last moment of silence, and together we open the door. The room is just as we left it 2 days ago, it's a little more lively. Supercomputer fills the room with a low hum, and the coolant tanks bubble with activity. Oh, these are coolers. Okay. Smash those. Got it. Most importantly, a lone woman sits on the steps in front of us, legs crossed as she examines her nails.
There you are. First you make a mess of my 7th favorite fortress, and then you keep me waiting. You'll understand if I take offense.
Madame Scorpion rises from her seat, brushing her hair aside. Not even one strand is out of place. I clench my teeth. If she got out of that without a scratch, what's it going to take to stop her?
Offense intended, with enthusiasm.
Unsurprising. For a time, I wasn't sure what you and that brutish brat had in common. But now I see it. You are both wholly lacking in manners, and neither of you knows when you are beaten.
Haven't you learned your lesson about premature celebrations yet?
Yeah, haven't you? You should have, because it'll be on the exam. The justice exam.
Thanks, Stan.
Hey, cut me some slack. This is my first day working on this side.
And it will most assuredly be your last, Stanley. Call it premature if you wish. But it is your reality. Do you know the best part about my ability? The closer my calculations get to being a mathematical certainty, the clearer the images become in my head. I can see your depths. Blurry now, but growing sharper. They won't be quick, and they won't be clean.
This power's made you delusional, Scorpion. The only certainty here is that I determine my own future.
Our future. And when it comes to that future, you don't even make the credits.
I switch my gauntlet into firing mode and raise it, mirroring Victoria's posture. We share a glance, not in unison, and then open fire.
Like not even as an extra, or in the special thanks section. Just a total snub. You'll have to add yourself to the IFTB page. See? I'm getting better.
I think the IFBB page, like, the Interactive Fiction Database. Not the Internet Movie Database.
Great, real proud of you. Just please keep firing.
Yeah, for all the good it's doing us, Scorpion's just calmly wheeling through her onslaught like she's practicing for a dance recital. Only occasionally raising her sword to bat away a blast for fun.
I told you before. Your time is already up. I know what you're going to do before you do it.
Even you don't believe that. Not yet, anyway.
Nova stops firing and jets forward. Abruptly, Scorpion ends her waltz and races to meet her, but the clash never occurs. Instead, Victoria pulls up at the last second, shooting straight up into the air.
There's more room for me to maneuver in here. You might know how I move on the ground, but not in the sky.
Give it time, little turtle. Give it time.
I'm good, thanks.
With that, we resume fire, this time from 2 different angles. Suddenly, Scorpion's movements are no longer listless as she bobs and weaves around the room with much more urgency, but no less grace. We have yet to do any real damage, but she's clearly on the defensive. Is this my chance to reach the supercomputer? I feel like this is not my chance. There's no time to wait around. Scorpion gets more dangerous every second. I have to go now. I stop firing and race toward the supercomputer, and Madame Scorpion immediately takes notice.
Oh, Stanley. This
Yeah. Like I said, I think we gotta keep waiting. No, it's too soon. Scorpion may get more dangerous with each passing second, but moving too urgently could lead me straight into her hands. Instead, I keep firing, glancing up at Nova. She must be planning something, but what? Surely it isn't to keep firing until we hit her. Then I see it. With each move Scorpion makes, she draws closer toward the right side of the room and the coolant tanks. Unlike me, Victoria is not trying to hit the supervillain. He's just forcing her to dodge in a particular direction. But Scorpion realizes that too. She laughs as she glances over her shoulder.
All that for such an obvious ploy. You may have gained wings, little turtle, but no sense of strategy.
Like that, Scorpion changes direction, almost mirroring Nova's move from the locker room, but on a grander scale. With terrifying speed, she charges forward, deflecting attacks as she goes. As she nears her superhero, she leaps upward, sword raised. I realize this is my chance. That was Victoria's real plan, to draw Scorpion away from the supercomputer towards her.
Superheroes. Always throwing themselves in front of the damn train.
There's no time to argue, this is the best chance we'll have, so I stop firing and sprint toward the supercomputer at full speed. The sounds of battle grow quieter as I near my destination. It seems like Victoria's got Scorpion contained for the moment. With no one in front of me, that should give me just enough time. Just plug and play, easy, I can handle this, I can handle it.
So, hero, you have made it past my defenses. Well done. But it is not enough. You are not enough. Not for I.
The elevator! He's still got his style.
No, not for I. I who rules this mountain with a gilded fist. I who dares to laugh at fate and challenge gods. I who can avoid IP and user bans with absolute impunity. I who... Wait, hold on. Let me just... Confound it. What are you doing here, Steve? Where's the other one? You know, glowing mecha explosion person or whatever she's called.
I fucking love you, Lord Bedlam. You're the best. I jerk my thumb over my shoulder, pointing toward the much more intense action happening on the other side of the room.
Over there. And the name's Stan. Come on. I even have a name tag now.
Tap the name tag Victoria gave me with my finger, and Lord Bedlam peered forward to get a better look at it.
Ah, so you do. S-T-A-N. Stan. Yes, I knew that. I just...
Suddenly, the aforementioned action happening over my shoulder catches his eye.
Wow, look at them go. Is she really going to...
I think she just did. It's getting pretty intense over there.
Yes, but here we are instead. And that's how it's always going to be for you and I. Isn't it, Sam?
How do you mean, sir?
Oh, just the story of my life. Always the vice president of brand management, never the president. Always the lone supervillain without a society, without a nemesis, even after so long. Alas, alack! I struggled and I bled. I raided grocery stores and organic juice stands. I posted mean things about superheroes on social media. And what do I have to show for it? What, I ask you?
He's aware that he's, small time. It's almost worse than if he knew he was, than if he really believed he wasn't.
Here I stand, second fiddle in my own fortress. No, not even a fiddle. Something worse, like a lute or a ukulele. What am I to make of this, Trevor? What am I to do?
You could, let me go?
Let you go?
Yeah, just let me, scooch on by you there. I'll just plug this thingy into that computer real quick and get out of your way. You won't even notice me.
Ah, I see what you're doing. The reverse psychology tactic, eh? Just plucked that lesson from the old Lord Bedlam learning tree, did you? Well, you're right. The spotlight may not be on us, but we should still make the best of it. Our time will come one day, Sean. Our time will come. Well, not yours, of course, but figuratively speaking.
Nope, no reverse psychology. I was really just trying to get by. And I just told you my name is Stan. You read the name tag and everything.
Ah, of course! Stan! I thought it was you. I just misread your tag, that's all. You should really work on that handwriting.
Any minute now he's gonna get around to, Sean.
But very well then, Stan. Let's take it from the top, shall we? Ah, at long last, you have arrived, my greatest nemesis, Stan! And now it is down to you, and it is down to I. Just as it always has been. Just as it always will
dear.
be. Until today, because today you shall finally taste defeat. And then it will just be down to I, not you at all. Now come forth, you traitorous scum, you cowardly turncoat, you jumping Judas. Come forth and face your destiny.
Jumping Judas!
Come forth and experience chaos. Embrace pandemonium. Behold true, unadulterated bedlam!
Alright, what do you do, actually?
Ugh, fine.
Excellent! Then let us begin. For the first time and the last.
No! Let us end it, fiend! For now and for all time!
Yes! That's the spirit! Embrace the drama of the moment, Stan! But first, feast your eyes on my deadly bedlam bolts!
With a completely unnecessary flourishers kit, Bedlam pulls a small taser from his hip, points it at me and fires, only for its wires to fall a yard short where they spark pitifully.
Well, take that as a warning, foolish hero. A shot across the bow, a boop on the nose. It would be a waste to astound you with my full power right away. You see, for years I trained to control my strength.
Alright, I can see this is never gonna end if I just let him monologue like this. Time to go on the offensive. Maybe I could try Nova's tactic from when we escaped. Oh. Blast him! I raise my gauntlet, switch it to firing mode, and prepare to take care of this problem the way the good Lord intended. By blasting the absolute shit out of it with a laser cannon.
How's this for a shot across the bow?
Before Lord Bedlam can launch into another monologue, I open fire with a pair of blasts aimed right at his chest. But before they find their mark, the supervillain crosses his gauntlets in front of himself defensively, and both beams bounce right off them.
Oh, good, that worked. I mean, aha! Of course that worked! I told you those weapons were no match for my made-to-order, patent-pending Chaos Armor. I told you!
Alright. That was cool. He also mentioned that he had, like, a crotch plate now. So, the number one thing we can do is just beat the hell out of him with a baton. I pull my baton from my belt and flick it out to the side, letting it telescope out to full length. Only fitting I take him out with a weapon he issued me, isn't it?
Not only did you quit, but you kept your weapon? You're supposed to turn that in when you leave! You know, I need you to turn in your badge and your weapon and all that. Have you no sense of drama?
Nah, I like to keep it pretty low-key. But if you want this back...
Wait. Now, hold on just a minute.
I do not hold on, nor do I hold back. Even as Lord Bedlam switches from grandstanding to pleading, I race up the steps, baton raised, and swing my weapon downward. Only to find it's been blocked by one of the supervillain's gauntlets.
Aha! On guard, you duplicitous devil! Did you really think that I, Lord Bedlam, yellow belt at 3 nationally recognized kickboxing chains, would fall for such a...
You went to a mall kickboxing and... Okay. That's when I spin to my left and whip my weapon right into the side of his big horned head.
The Echo! How dare you interrupt me? Don't you know how this works? We're supposed to insult each other! You have to let me finish my...
I don't have to do a thing for you anymore. Not moving stolen boxes of dog food. Not guarding a stupid door. And certainly not coddling your bloated, unjustified sense of self-importance.
God damn, that felt good. Bedlam's helmet blunted my blows, but after that minute, he's left stumbling, woozily swaying back and forth as he finds his footing.
Now, hold on. Whoa, let me just...
He grabs his helmet in both hands to stop it from shaking and takes a deep breath as he continues to backpedal.
Okay, here we are. Unjustified. Unjustified? The only thing unjustified is your blatant disregard for supervillain decorum.
It's true.
Despicable. No, disgraceful.
Ideally, he'd be able to monologue all week while we, do the computer shit, but...
I had hoped that all those years of service meant you would battle me with the respect I deserve. But no, you're just like all the rest. Well, in that case, I shall hold back no longer. You see, Stan, you are the one being coddled. You! Now behold, my true, absolute power!
A supervillain spreads his arms wide, cape flapping behind him. I square my stance, preparing for whatever trick he's ready to pull. Another weapon? Or does he actually have a hidden superpower? No, he's just planning to throw himself at me, and because it's the last thing I expected, it sort of works.
Yeah, get off of me, you nutcase!
Never! I shall never surrender!
For several moments, we roll around on the ground, engaged in the lamest, purplest wrestling match ever conceived, and hitting each other with whatever limb is available. Oh, damn it, one of his stupid horns smacked me in the side of the head. That's it, I'm freaking biting him. I don't care how unheroic it is. But before I can follow through, someone roughly pulls us apart, tossing me aside in the process.
Bah! Who dares to interrupt our duel? Who dares, I say?
I do, Lord Bedlam.
Oh, it's you, Daniel. Thank goodness you're here.
Dave?
I'm Dave, actually. Stan's supervisor. You reprimanded me earlier today, remember? It was when you found out the traitor was in my squad.
Ah, yes, of course. I remember now. Lots of things were said, but all is forgiven if you help me bring this backstabbing brute to his knees. What say you, Dave? Senior Squad Supervisor.
As I scramble to my feet, I glance between Dave and Lord Bedlam. Oh, crap. One of these two I can handle, but both at once, I could really be in trouble here.
I say, Stan is my friend.
Yes, excellent. Now, wait, what was that?
Stan is my friend. He's been nice to me even when he didn't have to be. Even though I wasn't always fair to him.
Aw, Dave. God damn it! I'm having an emotional reaction to this!
And his superhero buddy saved me, even though it put them both in danger.
Ah!
But you, I've been loyal, I've worked hard, I've given you the prime of my life because I believed in you, even though sometimes I'm not entirely sure what you're trying to accomplish. But you barely acknowledge me. You can't even remember my name.
Now hold on, that was an honest mistake. I'm just not good with names, that's all.
It's not about the name, it's about me! I've always been so proud to have this job. But if keeping it means that I have to hurt someone who actually treats me with respect, then forget it! And forget you! You gosh darn two-faced, lily-livered, super jackass!
You always be good to your coworkers. I've seen a lot of wild shit today. But out of everything, it's Dave calling Lord Bedlam a jackass that gets my jaw to drop to the floor.
People actually say lily-livered? Ah, wait! Lily-livered is a fine thing to say, and you're a fine henchman. What if I gave you a bigger promotion? Let's say vice president of, something or other. Okay. Executive vice president. And I'll throw in one of our spare, extra-large hoodies. Alright, point taken. Message received. No hoodies, but what about our cause? The infinite waltz of glorious, super glorious conquest. Friend? Pal? Buddy?
You were never my buddy. Just my boss. Stan's my buddy.
Again, I am having emotional reactions to this. Good payoff. Really good payoff. You know what? The Dave route was never dead. Maybe we should do a romance Dave. I don't think that's actually an option. I was kidding, but... like... we did give Dave every single chance in the books. And, I feel it was validated.
Right, Stan?
You're gosh darned right, buddy. You're gosh darned right.
We both turn as an explosion echoes out from across the room. Looks like the other showdown over there is nearing its climax. I better hurry. I turn to Dave and he offers a solemn nod.
Well, like my papa always said, do what you gotta do, buddy. I'll get him out of here.
Thanks, Dave. I owe you one.
Nah, I'm the one paying you back the favor. I think. Good luck, buddy.
With that, Dave turns his attention to the unconscious Lord Bedlam, intent on dragging him to safety, and I race onward toward Madame Scorpion's supercomputer. Time to end this. Handed Lord Bedlam your resignation with enthusiasm. As I near the supercomputer, I fumble around in my belt for the data drive Victoria gave me. Which pouch should I put it in? There. Briefly, I bobble the drive as another explosion rocks the room, but quickly regain control. Too close. Imagine if I had fallen into a vent or something. Nervously, I glance over my shoulder, and the sight does little ease my worries. Victoria is picking herself up from a small crater of shattered concrete. Her armor sparking as she moves. Looks like those field repairs gave out. Damn it, I took too long getting past Bedlam. I need to hurry.
I told you. It was just a matter of time. Patterns always form. It's human nature. And now that they have, I can see your future. I can hear your last scream. I can...
Madame Scorpion whirls around toward the supercomputer, and her eyes land on me, standing stock still with my hand still on the blue and white data drive I just inserted into the towering machine. Meanwhile, the data drive goes right to work, just like Victoria said it would, uploading first to the supercomputer itself and then the entire network. When it finishes, Scorpion's powers will be crippled.
Oh, don't let me interrupt. That sounded like a good speech. Go on. You were at the third I can. The third one's usually the punchline for these things.
Stanley, how did you... Did that incompetent windbag actually let you past him? How could that imbecile screw up such a simple, solitary task?
I don't know. Maybe you should talk it over with him. Just conduct a quick,
I glance at the computer's maintenance monitor where I can see the percentage bar on Nova's malware upload, creeping slowly higher with every second.
30, maybe 40-second performance review. A minute tops?
30 seconds. Good. I can kill you in 30 seconds. With ease.
And in a flash, she sets out to do exactly that, sprinting toward me at full speed, with her sword trailing behind her. I start to back up, frantically reaching for a weapon as I move, but it will be far too late. If I get 30 seconds, she's gonna kill me in a freaking instant.
Dan, stay focused on the screen. Remember the plan.
Nova rockets forward to intercept the supervillain, one arm hanging limply as she careens through the air. Despite how the fight has gone thus far, Nova's thrusters still make her the faster of the two.
Don't you dare turn your back on me, Scorpion. We're not finished.
They're on a collision course. At the very least, Scorpion will need to alter her own trajectory. But will that give the malware enough time?
Finished? You were finished the moment you got in my way.
But Madame Scorpion doesn't alter her trajectory. Instead, she barrels right toward the wounded superhero. And in a flurry of violent crimson flashes, he casts Victoria aside with brutal efficiency. There's a crackle of electricity and shards of Nova's armor clatter to the ground as it finally gives way. My blood runs cold.
Nova! She can't help you, Stanley. No one can. It's over.
Suddenly, a small chime sounds from the supercomputer's console. Nova's malware upload is complete, and in place of the progress bar, the touchscreen is taken up by two large buttons.
Hey, you were right. It is over.
One button says network shutdown, the other says initiate feedback loop. Though Scorpion reaches out to stop me, my finger is already headed toward... Poison the data? You know, you're right. The activate feedback loop button, and before she can reach me, it finds its mark. This will give us enough time to finish up with the network.
Damn you!
Scorpion suddenly stops in place like her body's been frozen. Her limbs and muscles twitch in protest, struggling to break free.
I won't let this stop me! Damn it! I won't!
And then, despite her body's apparent screams of protest, she takes a single lurching step forward. Out of instinct, I immediately raise her 2 steps backward. Ah, crap, I thought this was supposed to put her down for the count. What do I do if it doesn't work? I barely survived the first time, and now she's pissed. No, worse, she's laughing. Either she's lost it, or their anger is swung all the way back into delirious glee, which seems infinitely worse.
Do you know what this feels like? It's like you just jammed 1,000 needles into my brain. And now, they've started drilling. The pain? I can handle pain. I can live and breathe it. This is nothing.
Another step forward from her, 2 more backward from me, and then suddenly she throws her sword. Not toward me, but at the computer. The blade spins wildly through the air in a crimson blur and finds its mark, cleaving right through the machine with ease. So that didn't work. That didn't really work. I'm tempted to rewind, but let's live with it. With a grown-up protest, the supercomputer shuts down, and as its humming stops and its touchscreen flickers and dies, Scorpion lets out a sigh of relief.
Did you think I wouldn't be willing to sacrifice this? I can build another, and another, as many as necessary.
But you can't access your network now, and your sword.
And What does it matter? Do you honestly think I need my powers or a weapon to kill you, Stanley? Perhaps your friend, but no, not even her. She's far too soft. If she'd increased the intensity on that feedback loop of hers, I may not be standing right now. But she couldn't risk causing any permanent damage. She can't play the game to win. She lacks the stomach for it. That's why I'm still standing. And your new lover is just a corpse in a pile of scrap metal.
You just never learn. You're still too damn arrogant!
From out of nowhere, Victoria soars into view, engines roaring as she crashes into Madame Scorpion.
The furthest thing from dead!
With the force of a train, the pair slam into the wall of the chamber. But it's Scorpion who takes the brunt of it, letting out a gasp of pain even as she claws at Victoria's damaged armor.
For now, but not much longer. That shell is giving out. This is suicide!
Scorpion has a point. Shiny Nova's armor is being torn apart at the seams. Sparks and bits of metal trail in Victoria's wake, as brightly as the burn from her thrusters. The damage it took from Madame Scorpion, combined with the strain she's putting on it right now, it won't last long. It could take Victoria with it. Still, Victoria doesn't let up.
People like you never understand! You're willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to win! Everything except yourself! Because that's the only cause you care about!
Somehow, Nova's thrusters burn even hotter, and she pushes onward, pressing Madame Scorpion into the stone wall of the chamber and using her body to bulldoze a road through the hard stone walls. Stone debris falls to the ground alongside bits of metal as Madame Scorpion struggles to free herself, desperately clawing at her assailant and prying at the gaps in their armor.
But I care about more than just winning. I care about every life you ruined, and every line you've crossed, all in the name of your own ambition! And yeah, I care about my weird henchman boyfriend!
Oh, thank you. I think.
So I'll give everything to stop you, even if it kills me. Whatever it takes. Because as long as even a scrap of this armor is working, I'm still Shining Nova! And Shining Nova can do anything!
With deadly velocity, both superhero and supervillain slam into the dormant supercomputer, and the ensuing ensuing explosion sends me flying super backwards. Coughing and waving away the smoke, I peel myself off the ground and try to find my feet. I couldn't fully make out what happened, and I don't see either of them. Nah, don't tell me.
Nova! Nova!
I stumble forward, nearly tripping over a piece of debris. Still can't make anything out. No, wait, over there.
Nova!
What's up?
With ginger stabs, Victoria emerges from the wreckage of the supercomputer, what's left of her mangled armor falling off her as she goes. Sparks from the decimated machine and her own shredded armor dance around her. And in this moment, they look as beautiful as the stars we flew beneath last night.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I was just having a moment, I think. You're incredible, you know that? Asking if I'm okay after what you just pulled? I mean, you dive bomb into a supercomputer and you ask if I'm okay. Really?
Yeah, really? I meant what I said, you know. I really do care about my weird henchman boyfriend.
And I care about my crazy superhero girlfriend. Hell of a time to put a label on this thing, by the way.
Why is that? Having second thoughts?
Not a chance. You just have a flair for the dramatic, that's all. But please don't pull the self-sacrifice lever every time we hit a milestone, alright? Hey babe, it's our anniversary, so I'm just going to dive bomb this lizard monster into an oil tanker to recreate our first date. See you at dinner, hopefully.
Sorry, that's part of the deal. As a superhero, I have to pull at least one stunt like that a month. It's contractual. Though, admittedly, that one was a little dicey.
I don't think you can do that every month. Like, every single monthly cannot be like, will our hero die? Like, you gotta have a little bit of relaxation. She pauses to rip off a piece of armor that's barely clinging on and tosses it aside. As it happens, it lands right in front of a pool of jet black hair belonging to an unconscious Madam Scorpion.
I'd say it worked out, though. Activating that feedback loop really helped. Without it, she may have had a shot at overpowering me. That was a good call. You had a lot of good calls today, actually.
Man, I've been reading the Jack Knight run of Starman. And it is a real examination of what, like, being pushed into a heroic role means and can do to somebody. And it's a lot of fun. Brutal book, but fun.
Honestly, I think you're really cut out for the superhero thing.
You love that series? That's great. I'm only up to, like, issue 8 or so. So I'm not very far into it, but I'm enjoying the hell out of it. James Robinson's love for the old DCU shines through. Yeah, that's why they keep getting him to write the Justice Society. Which is a great call. Anyway,
Yeah, sure. You're screwing with me, right?
I fucking love the Justice Society. I really do.
Not at all. I'm being serious. But we can go over all of that later. For now, just get her secured and get the hell out of here. Seen enough of these walls to last a lifetime.
No kidding. You and me both.
Get her secured with fucking what? Does this blaster come with, like, a rope gun? You and me both. Issue 9, 8 months later.
Oh, why did I set this alarm so early?
Because today's your big day and you can't be late.
Still groggy, I turned toward the bedroom door where Victoria's standing expectantly.
Oh, right. Well, in that case, I withdraw my name from consideration or whatever. It's sleeping time still.
Nuh-uh, no way. Not after how you worked so hard to get here. Plus, you'd make me look bad. Do you know how many recommendations I've even given? 3 total since the founding. You'll tank my batting average.
Fine, fine. But only if we stop for breakfast. Much as I love seeing your face in 2 places at once, I can't eat another bowl of that cereal today.
Way ahead of you. There's bagels in the kitchen. Now come on.
Victoria walks over and gives my butt a firm smack. But after 8 months of training, I don't even flinch. I just pull myself out of bed and shoot her a sly grin.
Wow, Victoria Vasquez out and about picking up takeout. Did you use a drone this time or just an alias? Ooh, which name did you use? Tatiana? Remember, if you use that one, you have to do the accent.
I absolutely did not agree to those terms. But if you have to know, it was Camille this time.
Ooh la la, Camille, you say? I hope you wore your big sunglasses and foofy coat. So maybe we should be eating croissant.
Croissant.
You're the worst. I should never tell you when I do that.
As she laughs, Victoria leads in and we share a brief but affectionate kiss.
And yet, whenever you call me the worst, that's how you follow up. Sending me some real mixed messages here.
Sometimes being the worst just means you gotta compete harder.
Just get up, doofus. Come on, we really can't be late, and I know how you are about your routine.
I click my tongue in disapproval even as I move to comply.
The term, ma'am, is ritual. It centers my spirit.
And freshens your breath. Thank God.
I snort and shake my head in the treadsure of the bathroom. As I grab the handle, I shoot one more glance at Victoria, who's watching me go with an impish grin.
See you on the roof in 20, rookie.
Lord Bedlam, Powers None, Threat Level C-, known associates, Madam Scorpion, and Dave. Huh. I wonder if Dave is still working with him. Actually. The Northwestern Hero Association headquarters. Not as big or glamorous as the regional HQs on the East Coast or some of the bigger states. At least according to Victoria. But I'm still impressed by it. Maybe I'm still on the honeymoon phase, but it beats Lord Bedlam's bunker hands down in quality. Not as crowded either. Even today, there's maybe a couple dozen bodies in the whole place, staff included. That's normal, supposedly, not like I was expecting a ticker tape parade or anything. So I do recognize some faces. Yeah, if Dave went independent, that would be really cool. And I think we can see that the Northwestern Heroes Association encompasses South Dakota, but not North Dakota? If I have my map reading right? That's an interesting cut of landscape. Some of North California, I think, a little bit.
Hey, Nightingale. Back from Vancouver already? You crossed that photo op with the Mounties off your bucket list?
Morning, Stan. Congratulations, I'm so excited for you. And yeah, I did eventually. Though it took a little time since someone's powers fried every cell phone in the area.
Look, you knew what you were signing up for when you gave me the green light, Chicken Wings. And at least they dropped that threat to revoke our hero visas.
I swear, if you don't stop calling me Chicken Wings, I'm gonna put you in a chicken wing. Just because I forgot to manifest my left wing that one time.
She's not kidding, Fluke. Her submission game's really coming along. Oh, and congrats, Stan. You earned it.
Yeah, am I just gonna... Is Stan's hero name just gonna be Stan? I was really hoping for Sunshine.
Yeah, congrats, kid.
Thanks, guys. Guess I'll be seeing you out there.
I offer the trio a wave and move on. Looks like most of the members were able to make it, but I don't see...
Hey there, Sunshine. Looking good. I'm feeling the fit. When Nova told me you were gonna keep some purple in there, I was a little worried. But it actually works. If I didn't know any better, I might think there's a real badass under all that steel.
Thanks. I just wanted to keep a bit of the old me in there, you know? Remember where I started and all that. But any illusion of me being a badass is all Nova. She really pulled off a miracle there. The wonders of modern technology, right?
Montana, Idaho, British Columbia, Washington, and Oregon. That's fair. I'm not very good at maps. Neither was whoever drew this map. I don't even see Michigan. Now that I look. Like, isn't it kind of glove shit? And why does North America boob out like that? Like, Maine's up here. I don't think this is part of the U.S. Oh well. Florida's dinky. Look at Florida. America's itty bitty penis.
You can say that again. Damn, I kind of want an upgrade now. Oh, there she is. Hey, Nova. When are you gonna hook me up with one of these suits? I'm totally...
Canada exists. That's the Hudson Bay. Yeah, but like it shouldn't be. Like, where the fuck is Michigan? I don't see it. Is it down here? Wait, are these the Great Lakes? These are the Great Lakes. Maybe this is Michigan. Okay. I need to recalibrate.
No way. You'd break it in a day. Besides, you'd hate it. None of my designs are sleeveless.
Oh.
Ah, shit. My only weakness. Really? You can't make, like, a mecha tank top or anything? So lame. But you installed that remote-controlled gut window, right?
Oh, you know I did.
As Dynamo and Victoria share a laugh and a fist bump, I frantically pat my rear, searching for a theme. She wouldn't actually, would she?
Seriously? Don't you get enough of that when we're home?
Nope, it's never enough. But no, not seriously. As far as you know.
As we talk, the crowd starts to shift in anticipation. Looks like the ceremony's about to start.
Well, I better get up there so I can smile and shake hands with all the other rookies. You sure you don't want me to bring a trash can for our photo op? You know, for old time's sake.
Certain. I'll take a handshake and a smile like everyone else. Thanks.
Ah, you're no fun.
Shaking her head in disapproval, Dynamo saunters over to the small stage that's been set up in the common area. Two other rookies are already waiting there, fidgeting nervously.
Well, guess I shouldn't keep them waiting.
Guess not. But first, I just wanted to say I'm really proud of you, Stan. I mean it. And not just because you're my weird henchman boyfriend.
Thanks. But you can't use that anymore, remember? I'm your weird superhero boyfriend now.
Yeah, you are, aren't you? End of an era. But only if you get that butt over to the stage, rookie.
I shrug and start walking backward toward Dynamo and the others.
I'm gonna get paid back with interest for all the times I said that, huh?
You'd better believe it.
And yet, even as it's happening, I can't. Becoming a superhero, more than that, being with Victoria, some days I really just can't believe it. Are we gonna get to see this suit? Wow. Trade in 36 games, get one new game, plus a can of old soda free!
Of the all-powerful and all-inclusive Lord Bedlam! Do you see what happens when you defy me, you sniveling peons? Do you see what happens when you dare try to upsell me with a lifetime warranty?
Go-Go doesn't accessorize. Is that like Go-Go Yabari? I'm actually not...
Quickly, my acolytes! Grab as many of those USB sticks as you can from the displays by the counter as penance for this retail's repulsive service. Then we shall seize the soft pretzel stand!
God, I already miss him.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Actually, that's not really true, is it? Soft pretzels...
Right.
From dog food. Wouldn't you agree?
On the contrary, I'd say it's a step up. Higher value to weight ratio, humans can eat it instead of dogs, just an all-around improvement. Where were the soft pretzel raids when I was there?
When you were...
You think he's gonna figure it out?
Just give it a second.
No, it can't be! It's you! You're... Hold on.
Well, you called me a lot of things, but I think most were just synonyms for traitor, remember?
There really were a lot of them, weren't there? Which was your favorite? I'm partial to filthy treasonous.
Oh, Jumping Judas, no question. You missed that one, though.
Stan? It's really you!
Hey!
This is excellent! At long last, after so many years of searching, I finally have a true nemesis!
And sometimes that's what you need. Someone you can truly, passionately hate.
Well then, Stan! Come forth! Come forth and stop me if you dare! But know this, I, the stupendous and superlative Lord Bedlam, shall not go quietly into the villainous night. No, I, Lord Bedlam, shall...
Yeah, I've heard this one before. You ready?
Thought you'd never ask.
So, how was it? Your first day as an officially licensed superhero? Was it everything you imagined?
Hard to say. I never really imagined myself being in a position like this. Not until recently, anyway. Not until I met you, I suppose. I mean, you're the one who got me here, if I'm being honest.
You never give yourself enough credit. You did this, Stan. Maybe I prodded you a little, but you're the one who made it happen. It's like I told you. That's kind of the point of the superhero thing. No one makes you, no one asks you. It's a path only you can choose, but it's not one where you're going to blend in. You won't be just another face in the crowd anymore. You cool with that? I remember you once told me that you hated the thought.
I mean, I've seen plenty of Crisis crossovers. That could be just another face in the crowd if the crowd is big enough. And you know, maybe eventually I'll be so important that someone will kill me off to show how important the newest villainous threat is.
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Back when I thought your name was Kate.
What about now? Still worried about being the nail that sticks up and gets hammered down?
No, definitely not.
Didn't think so. You've come a long way. I'm glad. And not just because you're better off for it. I admit there's selfish reasons too. Like getting to share this view.
It's pretty spectacular. Not that I need to tell you that. Any view you'd risk stepping out of your armor for must be incredible.
Well, I'm flattered, but This time, I may have done just a little bit of planning. So there may be a minor cell phone and satellite blackout centered around this building right now. And as luck would have it, that means no one can hear or see us unless they've got a helicopter and a set of binoculars. So we're totally alone.
Lois Lane.
All through sheer coincidence, of course.
That's more like you. Still a lot of trouble to go through, isn't it?
In the field and Smash Brothers in bed. I mean, yeah. Rival schools united by fate. By Capcom. Is a fighting game. I don't have anywhere to go with that.
Maybe, but I always wanted to share this spot with someone one day. I just never found the right person. Not until now. I want to share everything with you. There'll be times where it isn't easy, even times where it's downright crazy, but...
But we can get through it. The two of us. Together.
Yeah. Together.
We spend the night on that rooftop until the whiskey's long gone and the last of our adrenaline fades, wrapped in each other's arms. Sometimes I feel like we never came down, like we're still up there, living in that moment for as long as we possibly can. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Huh! We got ending number 6.
I'm always walking, but I never seem to move.
I am gonna skip the credits because we've run a bit long. At some point, we may end up revisiting this game. Like, I can't promise anything. But at some point, we may end up revisiting this game. Right now, though, I'm content with that. I'm content with moving on. I think we did well. And you know what moving on means? It means that it's time to, pick another game. So, as usual, I'm going to spin the wheel 3 times. I'm going to spin the wheel. The wheel. The wheel. Thank you. I'm going to spin the wheel 3 times. I'll pick up my favorite one from the 3 spins that come up. Because I don't believe in democracy. Scramble this a couple of times. Let's give it a whirl. Number 1. Would be 428, Shibuya Scramble, which is a much longer visual novel. One done entirely in photographs, shot rogue in Shibuya. On one hand, I'm very tempted. On the other hand, I'm not sure my throat can handle 2 visual novels in a row. So let's whirl for the second. And if I get any duplicates, I will be respinning. Times and Galaxy. It looks, yeah, Times and Galaxy. A game about being a robot news reporter in space. Again, very text heavy. Not sure how much I want to, not sure how much I want to do that on my throat right now. So we'll give it a 3rd spin, unless there's a duplicate, in which case I will spin again. And I come up with The Root Trees Are Dead, and I'm very tempted by this one. In fact, this one's likely to be what I end up going for. Because I have been wanting to solve this puzzle box for a while. Either way, though, a lot of reading for me in the near future. It will involve a good chunk of reading, yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna like copy those off into a text file so I'll remember. Hopefully this doesn't get captured. No, good. I'm gonna copy these off into a text file so I remember. And, I'll decide tomorrow. Or later tonight, one way or the other. But for right now, good night. I'm off. Thank you for attending. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing and enjoying. And good night. Wait a minute. Should I rate anybody? I guess we could rate Jade, who is currently doing ActRaiser. Yeah, might as well. Anyway, if you guys want to see ActRaiser Renaissance, stick around. If not, good night. And I will see y'all later.